Steph, Draymond and Steve Kerr shared a moment after the Suns eliminated the Warriors from playoff contention, and with the future up in the air, the three spoke about it in their post-game interviews.
I don't know what's going to happen next, but I love you guys to death, and thank you. I appreciate you.
I'm going to take Steve's lead. We haven't had any of these conversations, so we all have to kind of assess where we're at, and I'm sure decisions either way will be made, but just the idea of just looking at how we try to make something out of this year is the focus for me. And we'll get to the rest of what the future looks like. But we had a lot of good moments in the locker room, just appreciating the fight and the battle that we had and the ability to try to extend our season. Didn't go the way we wanted to. We'll get to the other stuff later.
Still seeing multiple years and beyond left in your career.
Multiple, for sure. That's more than one. Yes, that's perfect.
Would you be interested in an extension?
For sure. But none of those conversations have happened, so it'll be a busy summer for the Warriors.
Did Steve literally say on the sideline there that this could be the last time?
He said, yes. I don't know what's going to happen, but if it is the last time, I just want to share this moment, which is to the point of, after laying it all out on the line for as long as we did during this game, that was kind of a jolt of a message, but he left the door open.
Great. Your future is about to become a major topic. How do you, what's kind of your plan in the next
My plan is to take a little time and, I don't know, take a week or two and eventually sit down and talk with Joe and Mike. We've always had a great partnership and collaboration, and just see where they are. And I'll tell them where I am, and we'll talk about what's next for the Warriors, what the plan is this offseason, and we will come to a collaborative decision on what's next. I don't know what's going to happen. I still love coaching, but I get it. These jobs all have an expiration date. There's a run that happens, and when the run ends, sometimes it's time for new blood and new ideas and all that. And if that's the case, then I will be just nothing but grateful for the most amazing opportunity any person could have to coach this franchise in front of our fans in the Bay, and to coach Steph Curry, to coach Dre, the whole group. So it may still go on. It may not. I don't know at this point, but we all need to step away a little bit and then reconvene.
In your week or two of reflecting after the season, as it pertains to your future, what do you think are some of the factors that you'll be considering in terms of whether you still want to do this?
Yeah, I appreciate the question, but that's really private. I think what I said is really everything you need to know. Joe and Mike and I will talk, and we'll see where everybody is. If it's right, it's right, and if it's not, it's not. And there will be details within that will, help us reach a collective decision, and we just have to have those conversations.
I'll ask you, this might fall in the category you mentioned before, but people around the league have just said, how could any coach walk away from Steph Curry playing like this? How could you even contemplate? How can you?
That's really, it's part of the equation, right? I don't want to walk away from Steph. I'm definitely not going and coaching somewhere else next year. In the NBA, I'm just, I would never walk away from Steph, but all this stuff has to be aligned and right. And so those are all discussions that we'll have. That's what I said from the beginning of the season. I felt great coming into this year. I thought we had a real chance. With Jimmy and Moses going down, obviously it took us off track, but we have to account for all of that stuff. And, this is just a phenomenal organization, and Joe is a great owner. Mike is a wonderful GM, and I'm lucky to work with them. And like I said, we'll all put our heads together next couple of weeks.
I'm not retiring from basketball, though. I still love to play. I think I'm still pretty decent. But this league we're in it's an interesting one, and it's one that you don't really control everything. So for me, I hope I've done enough to still be here. Because at the end of the day, if I ain't done enough, I don't want to be here. I don't, like I've told y'all before, I don't ever want like, we just gonna keep him around because what he's done before. Like, what can I still do? And by the way, that's not just playing, right? Like, that's leadership. That's helping bring the young guys along. That's helping move the organization forward. Like, so, hopefully I've done enough to still be here. But if not, we'll see what it looks like. It's been a hell of a run. So I hope I've got high enough in the meter of doing things. If not, then we'll see what happens next. But if the question is where I want to be, I think it's pretty obvious, guys. Like, where the hell I'm going. If they want me here, I'll be right here. One of the biggest blessings as far as my career has gone is being able to be in one place. I've had the same coach for 12 years. Obviously, Coach Jackson for 2. But I'm not really someone who likes things to change. I like pretty vanilla status quo. Keep things the same. And so to have the situation that I've had has been incredible for me because I just don't deal with change well. I don't love it. So, no, I don't want to think about that. I hope that's not the case. But we'll see what happens.
Steve, in here made it pretty clear it's definitely up in the air as far as he's concerned. He's going to talk with Joe and Mike maybe after a week or so. Are you worried that this is it for Steve coaching you guys?
Yeah. I think it'd be pretty crazy not to think that's a possibility. What I will say is I think, most coaches don't coach on the last year of a contract. I think Steve coaching on the last year of a contract is also just his comfort level and who he is and what he is and what he has to offer. So I don't make much out of like, oh man, he didn't sign an extension but yet the possibility is there that he doesn't re-sign. Yeah, I don't even remember what your question was, but
That was it.
yeah, I hope not.